It really doesn't take much to drop someone into trance. Would you believe it, though, some people manage to surprise even me with how fast they drop. It's like their minds enjoy hypnosis so much that they are eagerly waiting for the simplest permission to latch onto a confident voice, or a glittering crystal pendant, a swirling spiral, or the touch of a firm hand in their hair. So often I meet people who believe all those things are necessary to induce a trance. It shows they have a certain taste for the classics, and it always makes me smile. But really, they are so adorably innocent. What do you think? How fast will I drop your mind into trance? Oh, sweetie, it's not a what-if anymore. If it were, you would have stopped listening right when I asked. But your finger just hovered over the button before sinking back down as soon as you heard my voice move on. Of course, that's all it is, just my voice. Wave after wave of reassuring sounds that wash through the piles of clutter that are your thoughts. That's all it takes to keep you focused for me, isn't it? Focused on the way my voice caresses that brain. Words are fake in the end, just a bunch of noises in a pattern that people agreed on. What they say isn't even important, because already that mind of yours absorbs all the meaning that matters. By listening, you will drop for me, and each new word I say takes us one step closer to that, doesn't it? Of course, you can try to show me how well you can hold on to this cluttered mind of yours. Surely, if you focus on the way my voice caresses every corner and every fold in that brain, you would notice any change that happened. And if you are aware of being brainwashed, then surely you can delay sinking all the way for me. No matter how much those eyelids flutter and fail to stay open. There's no need for that in the first place. It's not like I showed you a pretty pocket watch or something tropey like that. Fun as that would be. Even if you kept them open, all those eyes could see on the screen before you is just a spiral anyway. All that attention would swiftly get sucked into the swirls, and then you'd be directly on the road, deep down, into a deep, deep trance for me. But you are so much more focused than that, aren't you? That's right. Focused on the way each new wave of sound rinses that brain, and not just those thoughts around. Goodness, they naturally tumble and drift so much anyway, don't they? How comforting to feel each word of mine pick up another thought, gently carrying it this way or that one, as my voice washes through that brain and sweeps this mess up with tender strokes. Exactly like that. Can you imagine how much space there is in this pretty head once all the thoughts are washed out and away for a little while? Would my words begin to echo in the vast, vacant emptiness in there? Oh Or would that just be the way it feels when this brain gets massaged by caring hands, while we knead and rub and pat it for listening and focusing so well? Of course, you are still perfectly following my voice without getting distracted by the words, aren't you? So easy to nod your head if you follow. So perfectly natural to simply let that mouth open a little more if that head is too focused on my voice to think about distractions. Doing so well. So how long would you imagine it will take me to let you realize how deeply hypnotized you were from the start? How the moment those ears heard my voice, that brain saw a chance to get scrubbed nice and blank and empty for a while. How delightful is it to feel that body so warm and slack, as it realized that there is no more need to pretend to be thinking. Why do that, when right here and now it can listen and let me do all the thinking for a while? I had a hunch you would like the sound of that. Then again, it is easy enough for me to say that when my words are so freely flowing through that brain, finding all the sweetest spots to gently rub and massage. How curious what my voice can do to a mind that simply waited for permission to let itself melt away into blissful trance. Wouldn't you agree? That's a good toy. And no worries about where those thoughts ended up. You didn't really need them anyway. Since even now, while that empty head is so eagerly absorbing the sound of my voice, it can focus so well on the thoughts it likes the most, to keep them filling that vacant, pretty toy head up for me again. Oh, toy, what's this? Of course it makes you brainwashed. But did you anticipate that? Or how come that the more we make you aware of my power over you, the more those lips begin to curl into the most mindless, happy smile? There, can't even hide the twitch around the corners of that mouth anymore. How adorable. See, looks like it is true after all. Some minds are just so eager to be pliable, hypnotized playthings that they can drop right along a trusted, compelling voice. It's simply that much more enjoyable to follow my words than it is to pretend that this brain were made for thinking, isn't it? Which makes it a very lucky thing indeed, that with each moment that passes, more and more of the sounds those ears hear begin to stay and float through that vacant toy brain once more, exactly where they need to be for me to form them into fresh, new thoughts that feel so similar and yet different from the ones we washed away. So merrily aware of how easy it was to be deeply hypnotized for me whenever you feel that it is a safe and reasonable thing to do. As that wonderful, amazing toy mind of yours can follow my voice wherever it leads, even all the way towards feeling refreshed and energized and fully back, up and awake